What's up, everybody? Karmic Cashflow here, and today I am answering a question that I got from one of our beta group members on what systems and software I use to actually run things in my businesses. So I want to go ahead and answer that here on YouTube. Last week I actually did a video on time blocking and how I utilize Google Calendar in order to time block, and so I wanted to move on today and go through the systems that I personally use in my business every single day. So besides Google Calendar, there's really only two different softwares and tools that I utilize to run my business on an admin level. And the first one is called Notion, which that's what we're going to go through today. And then the other one is called Dynalist. So let's actually get into my computer and I can show you around Notion and show you exactly how I utilize it. So here we have Notion. Notion is pretty much my go-to for absolutely everything, whether it be for doing spreadsheets or my task list, project list, or I want to just take notes. Either way, it's almost always going to be done solely in Notion. I don't use Google Docs, I don't use Google Sheets or anything like that. I only use Notion. In fact, I don't even use Dropbox or Google Drive. Everything that I do, I put into Notion. So Notion also has the ability to host files. So if I want to upload a file, instead of uploading to Dropbox or something like that, I can actually upload that directly into Notion. And it's one of the things that I love because it's an all-in-one workplace. So I usually start off in this particular view, and this is my Karmic Cashflow headquarters page. And this is what I call a dashboard. This is what is called a dashboard. And if you see over here on the left-hand side, there's a toolbar. Now in the toolbar, I have what I call projects, areas, and resources, or my vaults. So projects are anything that I am currently working on right now. These are projects, these are task lists, all that stuff is going to reside in my projects folder. My areas folder is nothing but a group or collection of things that I'm interested in, whether it be health and fitness or advertising, my swipe files, all of that stuff, anything that I have an interest in that I have notes on and so forth is going to go into areas. The next one is my resources and vaults. So resources and vaults are pretty much anything that I've done project-wise or I've had interested in, but I don't really have a need for them anymore. Instead of throwing them away, I put them into the resources in my vault. So if I have a collection of notes on some particular book or media or a course or something like that, that's all going to go in my resources and my vaults. And then of course I have over here, you'll see a page for my dashboards. And my dashboards are just a collection. It's just a page for putting all of my different dashboards onto it so that I can go just in one place. I don't need to go search around Notion in order to find it. Now here in my Karmic Cashflow headquarters dashboard, this particular dashboard is geared only for, of course, my Karmic Cashflow business. And over here on my left-hand side, you can see that I have ones for my other businesses and clients and so forth, people that I'm working with, right? I spend a lot of time here. I don't spend all my time here, but I spend a lot of time in this particular dashboard. And we can see here that I have it broken up differently, and I'm going to show you that. So first is activities. These are things that I am actively doing. So my Dream 100 list is right here. It is a spreadsheet that I utilize here in Notion. It has all of my Dream 100 people on it. And really, it shouldn't be called a Dream 100. It should be called more like a Dream 1000 because I have somewhere around the neighborhood of 800 people on that list. And these are people that I want to get to know. These are the people that I want to target because they've already acquired my target audience. So that's kept there. My action items are what I call my to-do list, right? So anything that I need to take action on, that is going to be in my action items list. Project lists are just that. They are projects. Anything that I am working on, and those action items are going to be directly related most of the time, 90% of the time, to those projects. Evan and Hess here, those are my avatars. So Evan is my perfect avatar, while Hess is my kind of my anti-avatar, the person I don't want to target and do business with. If I ever need to consult my perfect avatar, that's where I go. If I learn something new about my perfect avatar or my anti-avatar, that's where I go and I jot all of that stuff down as notes. Over here, I have fulfillment, so sales, clients, projects, products, and services. All my courses, any course-related stuff that I am doing is going to be in my course management dashboard. Now, my stats tracker is all of my KPIs, so anything that I'm tracking in my Karma Cashflow business, whether it be my Facebook advertising, I want to see what's going on there, or my churn rate for my membership. It doesn't really matter what KPI it is. It's all going to be tracked in the stats tracker. Over here in operations, we have roles and responsibilities. This is, per my team. Here I have my team dashboard set up. My SOPs, these are my standard operating procedures. So anything that I do more than twice, I want to actually jot down a procedure and just catalog what I'm doing in order to have that there so that any of my employees coming in, they have a research area, kind of a wiki of sorts, in order to find exactly the best way to do certain things. All right, those are my SOPs. Finances, pretty self-explanatory. Tools are any tools that I currently use, like Notion, like pretty much anything else, WordPress, ConvertKit, Thinkific, all that stuff is going to be done in tools. It's going to be tracked in my tools. Growth over here, I have advertising and marketing. So any advertising and marketing that I'm doing, that's going to be done there. Case studies and testimonials. My content hub, which if I'm going to do any type of YouTube video, email, anything, blog post, that's all going to be done in my content hub. Speaking at events, that takes place, I have a dashboard for that. Affiliate links, these are an entire spreadsheet of different softwares, tools, books, and so forth with the associated affiliate links for them. That way I can just go in there, quickly check something, grab a link, post it if I need to, and so forth. I keep everything tracked there. And then, of course, my pipelines, aka funnels, anything that I'm doing there, all of my notes, and my multi-page pre-sale sites, all that stuff is going to be kept there. Underneath my dashboard, underneath this basic part, of course, I have my weather. I like to keep track of my weather. I'm here in Flower Mound, Texas, so I can see what's going on. And yes, I know I am here in the United States, but I use Celsius instead of Fahrenheit. Don't hate me. Everything I do is like metric system. My wife hates it. But that is me. Now, under here, I have groups of different action items, project lists, and so forth. Now, I've removed a lot of stuff so that you can't see a lot of the data. But as you can see here, I have my urgent and important stuff. So anything that has a label of urgent and important is going to pop up right here. So if I create an action item and it doesn't have the priority of do it or urgent and important, it's not going to show up here. All right, I only want to see the projects and action items that come up with I absolutely have to do it. This is urgent and it's important. All right, down here I have action items for upcoming stuff, so anything that's coming up today or tomorrow is going to be populated in this area. All right, and the way that I do that is coming in here, clicking on filter, and creating those filters in order to have just the stuff that I need show up. So down here I have my project list of only stuff that needs reviewing. So anything that I haven't reviewed in a while, or I'm waiting on something or somebody, then that's going to get populated here, and it'll pop up with the last review date, and it'll pop up with the next review date. So it'll say like today or tomorrow. That comes up here. And then I have my full project list, which it's not full. I've taken a lot of stuff away for this, but you can see, any full projects, all of my project lists get populated here. Then I have my calendar, which is also just a different view of my actions list, of my action items, put down here, and it populates in a calendar. Now, I don't utilize a calendar so much. I utilize Google Calendar, as I said before, and I've, of course, turned off everything so you can't see all my personal stuff. But I utilize Google Calendar for time blocking and all that stuff. Everything else I do here. So, I've been testing out these calendar views, putting just some blank stuff in, seeing how everything goes. But it is literally just my actions list, right? My action items turned into a calendar. That's it. So when I create something in my action items list, and let's say I create some new task, right? So I'm going to create a task, and let's say go live, right? Here I have priorities. So anything that takes priority, is it urgent and important? Is it important but not urgent? Is it urgent but not important, and not urgent or important? All right, those are the main factors that I utilize. Quick and immediate, these are things that I need to get done like right away, quickly. If it's immediate, those are the first things that I'm going to do when I come in that morning. Quick is something that, I can get done in a minute or two. That's really, really quick that I can just pound out. Scheduled is anything with a due date, a DUE date, is going to have the priority of scheduled. Then, of course, errands and anything that I need to remember, I click there. Now, a due date, DO date, is when I plan to actually do something. So if I plan on going live on Thursday, then I'm going to go ahead and click that here, and it's going to populate that due date, right? I can also put in the time, right, that I'm going to go live. So if I go live at 8:30 in the morning, so I'm going to put 8:30 here, and I'm going to also put an end date of, let's say, 9:30. Then that's going to populate the date as well as the time. And you can actually see that over on the calendar if I go back here to the calendar on my dashboard. All right, so if I scroll down here, you can see go live starts tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. It even gives me the time. All right, so let's go back to that. So when I click on there, it's going to go ahead and pop this thing up. I usually just open it up as a page so I can continue doing whatever I'm going to do. All right, so context could be, anything related to whatever goes in there. And this is something that I can choose multiple different things, right? So if it, has to do with karmic cash flow, it is work, this is, low energy. Actually, let's change that because I need high energy for that, and it's going to be done on my computer. Then I can go ahead and put in all those different tags. My block type, this is going to be, or what I talked about last time over in Google Calendar, this is going to be in my meetings because I am going live. So technically it's kind of a meeting. Due date, I don't need to do anything there. A due date is something that has a deadline. So like a project has a deadline, and those are going to be really the only things that have a due date, a DUE date, right? I can go ahead and figure out, what clients, I have. I can put that here, project that it's related to, anything that's related to my content hub. So if this directly related to a YouTube video or something like that, I can actually go in here, click in here, and choose what particular thing out of my content hub that it is related to. Of course, I have duration, which is, time and days, done, waiting, any notes, and then I have created by. And then if I want, I can go ahead and type in, whatever notes down here, and it goes right into my actions items list. And again, you can see that right on the calendar, which I think is really, really brilliant. Now, if I go back in here and I want to choose on priority, all right, because it's empty right now, and say that it is a do it, all right, this is urgent and important. I want you to see something real quick. So right now, if I go back here, all right, this go live is not up here in urgent and important. But if I go and I click on this and I change this to do it, urgent and important, all right, I'll get out of here and go back up. You're going to see it pop up here, right? This tells me that this is urgent and important. It needs to get done, right? That's one of the best things about Notion is that I can create all these different views to do exactly what I want it to do. It's almost like building my own system inside Notion. It's fantastic. Now, I don't spend a ton of time here on my dashboard. I actually spend the majority of my time over here in my action zone. So over here in my action zone, again, I've taken a lot of stuff out so that you can't, see absolutely everything. But I have things broken up into toggles. All right. So I have toggles for today, tomorrow, the upcoming week, and waiting on. And here today, I can just click on this toggle and it gives me a breakdown of different things that need to be done for different companies and so forth. So here I have all my karmic cash flow stuff that is for today, but of course I don't have anything there right now. And just a couple of really brief stuff so that you can see what some of the stuff would look like. So here, get Ryan's perfect avatar worksheet. I am waiting for that. I have a little check mark of waiting. And then I have down here my daily tracking stuff only for today. All right. So I'm in the today's toggle. So this is only for today. So right now I am fasting. So I have that checked. I have not done my workout yet or my meditation. So I'll put that in there and all of the stuff will get done throughout the end of the day. But, I can keep track of it right here. And this is where I spend most of my day. When I have everything set up and all the stuff populated, I have huge lists of what needs to be done, and I just go through and start checking off stuff as it comes in. If I ever need something done super quick and I just need to jot something down, I usually come here to my inbox and I'll just come in here, I'll type in new, and I might type in something like learned about something. All right, that's not how you spell something. That's the new way of spelling something. And I'll just leave it there. All right. Now, one of the great things about my inbox that I've set up is that when it's related to a project, whenever I relate it to a project, which that's my ultimate goal, is to take everything here and turn it into a project of somehow, or relate it to a project somehow. The second I do that, it goes away. So if I look here at Go Live Daily for my Officers Academy members, if I just click on this and go all the way over here to priority, and I relate it to one of my projects, so here, the OA live sessions, all right, you're going to see it disappear from here. Bloop, and it disappears. All right, that tells me that, that stuff has been processed. All right, I've taken it from where it is in my inbox and I process it to some degree. All right, now it's over in my project and my actions items list, so that I don't have to worry about that. All right. And then of course down here, I just got a whole bunch of random stuff that I need to process as well. Now, if we go back over here to my Karma Cashflow headquarters, I'll show you something else, how I actually get things done when it comes to creating content. And if I come over here to my content hub, we can see that right now it's in a kind of a Kanban board style. And of course, I have a lot of things turned off. But so if I come over here, I click new, I can actually choose what I want to do as far as a template goes. So if I come over here and click on YouTube template, this is how I utilize this for YouTube. So I come over here, open it up as a page, and I have all of this stuff here. These are all my metadata that I can put in. So, if I plan to publish this, then when am I going to plan to publish this? So I'm going to say I'm going to plan to publish this on Friday the 9th. I'm of course going to assign it to me. Status, let's say I'm only jotting down ideas right now. All right. So I'll go ahead and put that ideas there. The platform, this is going to be for YouTube. If I have a sponsor, that'll go here. On my main topic, let's say that this is going to be on money or some sort of finance video. I'll go ahead and put in my individual topic here. Any reference link. So if I have a reference of some sort, then I'm going to put that there. This is going to be, if I have any tasks out that are related to this, those will populate here. When I'm done, I'll have a posted URL that I'll put there. So when it's up on YouTube, I take that URL and I'll put it in here for a future later date. The right date. So I'm going to say the right date is today, and that is the day that I'm going to write my script or my outline in order to get this particular YouTube video done. And then of course the due date is, for this particular case, when I'm going to film it. So I'm going to film this tomorrow. And what am I going to do this on? So let's say I want to do a ConvertKit demo. So I'm going to put ConvertKit demo here. All right. And that's what I'm going to be filming this video on. And as you see here, it creates a unique user ID, which is fantastic. And then down here, I have a whole lot of different stuff. So we'll start off here on the left-hand side. We have a left side and a right side. My left side is all of my kind of metadata for the video itself, what I'm going to put up on YouTube. So it starts off with the main transformation. What do I want someone to get out of this particular video? What am I trying to do? And it always starts off with my perfect avatar. So Evan. So I'm trying to get Evan to blank, understand something, to learn something, whatever, right? That's what I'm going to put in as far as the transformation goes, because I'm always talking to him. Any title ideas that I have for this particular episode is going to go here. Sponsored information. If this is by chance sponsored for anything, then that all that information is going to go here. My primary keyword, secondary keywords, my description is going to be put here. So, I try to write a description before I post the video. That's going to go here. My thumbnail, when I do eventually produce my thumbnail, I usually write all this stuff before I produce my thumbnail. But when I do, that's going to go here. My hook is what I say at the beginning of my video. So, whatever it is, topic that I'm going to be talking about, that's what I'm going to write here. Resources. If I have any affiliate products, then that's going to be jotted down here. And just some stuff for me to remember on the left-hand side. My right side is kind of my script. And it just helps me so that I can write a better outline. I don't forget things. So, don't forget, open loops, calls to action, what's my CTA at some point during the video, all of that good stuff. This is where I do all of it, and it's all held within my content hub. All right. So it doesn't matter if I'm doing an email, a blog post, a podcast, a YouTube video, whatever that is all going to be done within my content hub. And that's pretty much how I do everything. No matter what it is for my business or for my other businesses, it's all going to be taking place inside Notion. Now, there is one additional tool that I use, and it's called Dynalist. And Dynalist is a fantastic piece of software. Now, Dynalist I utilize in order for outlining stuff. So if I'm going to outline a course, if I'm going to, outline anything where I need a nested bulleted type list, then I'm going to do that all in Dynalist. Dynalist is fantastic. I highly recommend it. There'll be links for all this in the description notes below, but you want to utilize these two things as best as possible, or something related to it or similar to it. If you want to use Evernote instead of Notion, that's fine. If you want to use Workflowy instead of Dynalist, whatever, right? You just need to get organized. And this is the way that I organize things. Now, I use Dynalist anytime I need to outline something, and then that information ultimately is going to get put into Notion itself. And again, I use Notion for everything, and anything that I don't do one of those two things, the only other tool that I utilize is Google Calendar. So I hope that gives you a little bit of insight into how I do things, gives you an idea of how you could possibly do things and structure and organize your business and your lifestyle, because I do everything in these things. So it doesn't matter if it's business, if it's personal, if I'm dealing with family stuff, everything is going to be done inside these three different tools. And today, of course, we talked about Notion, and I hope you got something out of it. If you've liked this video, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that little bell icon so that you get notifications of any upcoming videos, and we will see you soon, guys. So take care. Peace.